Welcome to this data modeling tutorial for Qlerify. Today, we'll explore how to use Qlerify's Domain Model tab to build and manage data structures for your business processes. We'll cover the basics of entities, read models, commands, and aggregates, and demonstrate key actions to help you create robust data models. This video assumes you have a basic understanding of domain-driven design. If you're new to domain-driven design, check out our YouTube channel for an introductory video. Let's dive in. In Qlerify, an entity is a core building block of your data model, representing a set of fields or attributes, much like a database table. For example, a job description entity might include fields like job title, responsibilities, qualifications, preferred skills, job summary. Entities can be linked to other entities to form a hierarchy of related data, such as connecting job description to skill set. These connections are used by both read models, which retrieve data, and commands, which perform actions. Each command should have one entity designated as the aggregate root. This serves as the primary entity that a command operates on. Read models can also be linked to entities, as they retrieve and present data in response to queries. Now, let's look at how to manage entity fields in the Qlerify Tools Entity tab. Each entity contains a set of data fields, like job title or responsibilities, which you can customize with the following actions. 1. Set as primary key marks the field with a key icon, designating it as the primary key for that entity. Only one field may be set as the primary key at a time. 2. Set as reference indicates that the field is a reference to another entity, also called a foreign key if implemented in a relational database. A warning message is displayed to inform the user about selecting the correct entity for the reference. Clear the text field to see all the existing entities and select the correct one. If you cannot find a suitable entity, you can create a new one with AI. After selecting an entity, you will see the relationship type selector. One-to-one means that the data field is a foreign key to another row in another database table. One-to-many means that the data field is a foreign key to several rows in another database table. This is also called cardinality. 3. Set as required optional toggles whether the field is required or not. Not required means that the data field can be null or empty. 4. Generate example data uses AI to automatically populate the field with sample values. This example data is used in the Data Fields tab in the sidebar to help you preview how forms will look. 5. Delete removes the field from the table. In the Qlerify Tools Domain Model tab, you can model data using aggregates, commands, and read models. Let's see how they work with the job description example. Aggregates. These contain a structure of related entities, like the job description entity, set as the aggregate root. The aggregate can also contain related entities. The following actions are available for aggregates. Assign aggregate root. Click on the selector inside the yellow box. Select Job Description as the root entity to define the main data object for the command. After selecting an entity as the aggregate root, you can edit it using the pen icon at the bottom left of the yellow box. The actions available for each field are the same operations as we saw earlier in the Entities tab. 1. Select entity. Establish a relationship between a field and another entity. 2. Set as primary key. Marks the field with a key icon, designating it as the primary key for that entity. Only one field may be set as the primary key at a time. 3. Set as reference indicates that the field refers to another entity. 4. Set as required optional toggles whether the field is required or not. 5. Delete removes the field from the table. Just like in the Entities tab, it is possible to select the relationship type, one-to-one or one-to-many. When selecting the one-to-many relationship type, this means that this field supports linking to multiple instances of another entity. In the side panel, it appears as a drop-down with checkboxes for multi-selection. For example, a recruiter can choose multiple jobs by their titles. Read models. These are queries that fetch data like get role requirements. The following actions are available for the data fields of a read model. 1. Add filter marks the field as indexed for searching, such as a filter for new jobs. 2. Select entity links the field to an entity. 3. Delete field removes the field from the read model. At the bottom of the green read model box, you can specify if the returned value of the query is a single item or a list of items. Commands. A command is an action that changes the system state, like creating or updating an entity, such as define job description in a recruitment workflow, shown as a blue bordered box in the Domain Model tab. It includes data fields, such as job title and responsibilities, and is linked to an aggregate root. Actions include 1. Edit field name. Edit the field name. 2. Add field. Add a new field to the command. 3. Select entity. Establish a relationship between a field and another entity. 4. Hide in form. Exclude a field from appearing in the form in the user interface. 5. Delete. Remove a field from a command. 6. Select fields. Choose specific fields from the aggregate root to include in a command. It is also possible to delete the entire command, which will delete the API endpoint from your solution, but this means that nothing will trigger the domain event. Once you are done with defining your data model, you can define the system boundary for your backend components. This is done by clicking the button Select Bounded Context on the aggregate and choosing a name for your backend component. You can assign one or several aggregates to one or many bounded contexts. Each aggregate can contain one or several entities. Related entities can belong to the same bounded context as the aggregate root or to another bounded context. If a related entity belongs to another bounded context, a label with the text "Integration with other bounded contexts" indicates that we have an integration point. That's all for now. For more details, check out our YouTube channel or visit the help section on our website. See you soon!